Polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide, the Great Reset explained. A global price on carbon is referred to as a carbon credit, which, according to an official description of the Collins English Dictionary, is a certificate showing that a government or company has paid to have a certain amount of carbon dioxide removed from the environment. The reverse also holds true, whereby Investopedia's Investment Dictionary defines a carbon credit as a permit that allows the holder to emit 1 ton of carbon dioxide. There are two types of carbon credits and therefore emission status. 1. Voluntary emissions reduction, a carbon offset that is exchanged in the over-the-counter or voluntary market for credits. 2. Certified emissions reduction relies on emissions units or credits created through a regulatory framework with the purpose of offsetting a project's emissions. The metric used is 1 carbon credit equals 1 ton of carbon dioxide reduced. Compliance and voluntary carbon markets. Inherently, there are also two types of markets. 1. The voluntary carbon market operates without government regulation. 2. The compliance carbon market that is born out of laws mandating emissions reductions. Examples of these include the EU's emissions trading system, EU ETS, and California's cap and trade program. As the theory goes, governments assign maximum emissions limits for each company, therefore referred to as allowances or credits. Emitters can then buy or sell carbon credits based on emissions they've generated in relation to their allowance limits. Legislation of carbon markets. Although all carbon offset footprint programs were initially voluntary, with time there has been push to quickly ratify or formally approve them internationally, thus making them mandatory. And naturally, as a result of such legislation and legalization of the ecosystems, compliance carbon markets are more relied upon and much bigger than voluntary carbon markets, with an approximate value of $270 billion USD versus 0.4 to $1 billion. But going further, some economists predict quote unquote exponential growth amounting to trillions of dollars.